Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so frickin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should. I was sitting in the kitchen one day and I was itching to fill up my belly with the piping hot jelly of the best damn treat in the world.
He's talking Pop-Tarts.
And I saw a stick of butter and it almost made me shudder and scream like a baby girl. I don't want a giant penis or a rocket trip to Venus. I don't want to win the lottery. I just want to squat and gobble till I'm dizzy and I wobble in a butterfruit and Joe Tart dream. So I put butter on a Pop-Tart. It was so friggin' good. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
Everybody, come along with us.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so frickin' good.
Yeah.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? If you haven't, then I think you should.
Pop-Tart!
With butter?
That song was stuck in my head for 3 days. Now it's stuck in yours. Ego and Vice, episode 101.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.
Born and raised in South Bay, lower class punk ass, I was Northwood grade. I had it made. Spent my nights drinking with my mates. Just a short bus ride up to PA. Red River Red. Then I hit the wall and I knew I had to bounce. They still say that? 19 years ago, hell, I got the hell out. From time to time, you may see me hanging around. Now I feel like a stranger in this town. Crocs and rolls is where I learned to play. Westwood Town-
Hey, how's it going? This is Mike. This is Ego and Vice. This is episode 101. We're now in the tri-digits. Pretty cool. We're in the aughts, where we can put letters in with our numbers. 101. When who started doing that? 101. 102. I had a phone number when I was a kid, and the last 4 digits had a 0 in it, and it was 2407. And you say that, and people are just like, yeah, that's fine. It's like completely normal. I wonder who started that. If anyone knows who started that, let me know. Anyway, I went to the studio last Saturday, and I started recording the new Goat record. Went up to Skylark Park in Pembroke. Same studio I've recorded for the last, 20 years or so. Everything that's ever been done with Goat has come out of that studio, and I worked with my good pal, Jordan Zadarozny, and my other good pal, Jason Watts, came up and did the drums. We got 4 songs, kind of just the bed's done. I'm going up on Monday, which is, 3 or 4 days from now, to put in all the harms and the little noodles and the leads and all the special effects that come with rock and roll. And it's really exciting because I was kind of I was being cheap, I guess, because I didn't want to. I was getting like cold feet as the studio days grew closer because I have obviously I do it like with this podcast. Excuse me. I have recording equipment, and like I said, I can do pretty good fleshed out like demos and stuff, but you get so used to listening to them that they actually start sounding like the song. And it's like, well, why don't I just release this? This is the song. And it's not until you go up into a real studio and have someone like a professional who knows what they're doing with just like so much years experience and so much better equipment. And then you get the finished product back, or a finished product, or even just the first mix, and you're like, wow, my demo sounds like a piece of shit. So if I want to record stuff in the future, I have a long way to go when it comes to music, because first of all, I can't be cheap. I got to put some money into it, which I don't really like doing. I don't know why. And also, I need to probably pick up a book of something for dummies, Probably should pick up several books. Something for dummies. Right. So, anyway, we got four kind of tracks sort of done, half done, started, and I plan to go back up a couple more times in the summer. I'm probably going to end up doing 12. I think that's good enough. And I'm going to release a goat single, probably at the end of next week. I just have to sort out some of my stuff and wait for the mix to come back, and it's going to be fun. So I'm really excited. Hey, new goat. You should be excited too. You don't have to be, but you should be. Other than that, not much has been happening. I actually started the Ego and Vice podcast Spotlight series again. The Spotlight series was something that I started when I was first way back in 2017, where I would do individual episodes, like episode 1, 2, 3. You know what numbers are, but I would do like side episodes where I would bring in like an entire band instead of just a single guest, and the band would sit down and we would record, like a full episode, just basically about that band. Break away from the regular format of the podcast, and just have like a chat. And it was very cool. And I started doing that again. The next Spotlight episode that's actually going to come out, I had the local band The Fly Downs in. So there's a little spoiler for the next episode, or something to look forward to. Yeah, the Spotlight series with the Fly Downs. And I also have another one booked next week with a very special project that is going to be launching on June 2nd. Some friends of mine. So I'm going to keep that one under wraps because it's too far out to let that one out of the bag yet. But yeah, so stay tuned. If you enjoy the Ego and Vice podcast and the format with the single guest, check out the Ego and Vice Spotlight, which is as I said, just dedicated to a full band. So it's like a group chat. Little harder to edit, but because it's a 4-person conversation, it kind of flows really good. There's not a lot of dead spots to edit anyway. So it's going to be pretty fun. I'm still doing regular Ego and Vice, so don't worry. On the podcast today, I have a guest, and her name is Isøbel. She's a local musician. I came across Isøbel just kind of word of mouth, kind of social media, and I really wanted to talk to her, so I reached out. She is a multi-instrumentalist. She writes and records her own music and performs it because she plays a lot around town. She's been active in Ottawa since about 2020, and since then she hasn't stopped, and she's had a lot of really cool opportunities, which she'll explain in our conversation. So definitely enjoy. Check it out. She's got a really awesome energy, and she's a great songwriter and a great musician. So after a song from Isøbel, we're going to come back and we're going to have a conversation with Isøbel. All right, this is Ego and Vice, episode 101.
Smoke in your face, one wrong look and you'll be replaced. Once you get a taste, think you're all that will put you in your place. 'Cause we're swimming in infinity pools. Keep your eyes on us, 'cause we're watching you. You keep saying you don't wanna stay, you wish your life away. We're in infinity pools, and we're looking at you. You don't wanna stay, you can't walk away. What you fake too great. We're in infinity pools, and we're looking at you. You don't wanna stay, you can't walk away. What you fake too great. We're in infinity pools. So give me some space, 'cause I'm the only one that matters in this place. I'm such a disgrace, but it's only 'cause I'm used to feeling out of place. Back in Cause we're swimming in infinity pools. Keep your eyes on us, 'cause we're watching you. You keep saying
Okay, we're back. This is Ego and Vice. This is episode 101. And as promised, I'm here with Isøbel. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm good. Like I said, it's like Victoria Day. It's Monday morning. Holiday, I guess. So I got up and I got a coffee and I went for a little drive to clear my head, but now I'm sitting here. So how was your morning?
It was beautiful. I live out in Russell and kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And so I love when I have the morning off because I just go sit on the porch and listen to the birds and stuff. And we've got chickens and just kind of chill with them. So I had a very relaxing, peaceful morning.
Do you live on a farm?
It's like a hobby farm, I get. Well, okay, we have chickens and we have bees.
Okay. No goats?
But no goats. That's what everybody wants next. Everybody wants the goats.
Yeah. I have
you have a friend with goats?
I have a friend who has a goat farm, yeah.
That's sick. In Ottawa?
Yeah, no, she lives kind of outside Ottawa. Her name's Terry. Hey, how's it going? She's
Hey,
listening.
Terry.
But yeah, I'm always supposed to go out there and see the goats, but
Go.
I just never have, so.
I don't know what you do with them. I don't think I'd be milking the goats, but yeah, they're pretty cute to have. But no, we have chickens that are becoming pretty problematic right now. We have this rooster that's like insanely aggressive, like menacing. So I didn't let them out this morning so I could enjoy my coffee without being attacked. Because he is the devil.
Do the chickens and the roosters get along with the bees?
Good question. Yeah, they're fine. Well, you know what? I'm like the chickens, if they don't, live and learn, they go too close.
Yeah, I'm all about the bees. Go bees. We need the bees.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you use do you just have bees or do you use do you make bee products?
Just the honey.
Oh, wow.
They're definitely not pets. They're not named.
Yeah, I think bees will do what they want to do. So that's great, though. Being out on the in Russell, I guess that's a rural area on your farm with your chickens and your roosters. You must come up with a lot of ideas for songs, or just have an amazing atmosphere to be creative.
Yeah, well, you know what I've actually done, which has been the greatest, is before I started playing shows, of course, during the pandemic, I had to rehearse, right? Or like when I was learning how to perform live, I went in our backyard because there's no one around. Like there's no one that can hear, and I brought like a little PA system out there, and that's just how I learned how to rehearse in a kind of open space. And so I took a few videos of that, and looks nice, but. It's kind of good for rehearsing because I'm not annoying anyone, right? That's ideal.
I was just going through my social media stuff, just looking around, and I came across some of your stuff, and I just got stuck on it because I was listening to it, and I said, this is great. I read your bio. It says you're a self-taught multi-instrumentalist. Yeah. How did it all begin? What was the first thing?
Okay, well, so I would, since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to make music. I knew I wanted to perform, but I had no idea how I would ever get there, and never thought I would, because I was like, I don't have a good singing voice. I don't play any instruments. When I was a kid, I was in the school band. I played tuba. So I was lucky to be exposed to, basic music theory, which now looking back, I'm so grateful. But that was really the only lessons I ever had. I did some guitar lessons. And honestly, I just, I met someone who was really into synthesizers. And I kind of I knew I liked that kind of music. So this person taught me a lot about it over about a year. I was really lucky. They were in a local band in Ottawa called the Pale Light. It was a synth player from that band. So that's kind of what started it all, is I kind of knew I had a mild interest in electronic music. And then this person was a DIYer as well, recorded at home, had been in bands his whole life. And so he would kind of give me a crash course on all these different instruments and how to record. And then one day I was like, okay, this is it. And I signed up to do a small electronic music festival in Ottawa, which is run by the people who run Possible Worlds,
Okay.
the record shop. So the festival is called Not Normal Festival. And I had no music. I had nothing recorded, but I put my name in. And they're like, okay. And so I had 3 months to come up with some music. I thought, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to. So I just started, like, over a few months, I just recorded like a song a week because I needed to have like some material for a set. And that's literally the only time I've ever produced music is with a looming deadline. And if I don't, nothing happens. So that was a productive era.
Some of us work better under pressure, I guess, but it's good. Yeah, that's so. How long ago was that?
So that was 2020. That was the festival was supposed to be March 2020. I signed up in January 2020. So I was like, I have 3 months to do a bit of stuff, to make some music. And then obviously everyone knows the story that got canceled, the festival the week beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so after that, I guess I started, like, I'd been doing synth covers as well. That's actually like how I started recording music. That was the first thing that I did on Instagram. I would record little synth videos and of me just playing my favorite songs.
Right.
And then, yeah, I just recorded a few more songs at home and eventually just started performing in 2021. I don't know, every time I've learned to make a song or perform, it's been because I've agreed to do something for someone else. Like I got asked to play Peak, the festival that the Baser puts on.
Sure.
And I've never performed before. So I was like, okay, now's the time. And so that was the first time that I ever put on a show.
So this was all just a giant snowball effect that just kind of happened, and now you are where you are. As far as well, it says it sounds like you kind of came from a musical background. When it comes to the playing and stuff, I know it's self-taught, but how did the production and the recording come about? Was that just all hand in hand? You figured that out yourself as well, or?
Yeah. So the recording, I had no idea what to do. And like I said, this kind of mentor I had was like, okay, you need an audio interface. Here's a few DAWs you can use. Honestly, I just use GarageBand, right?
Yep.
Really basic.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think it stems out of like an interest to do it. Maybe I'm so antisocial. I was like, I'll just do it myself so I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't know. I found it was just easier. Like, okay, I want this synth part. Okay, this, I've got this keyboard, sounds close enough, record that. I want some guitar. Like, I barely know how to play guitar, but I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I think I do enjoy making music that is entirely my own, even though I fully recognize, like, the production quality suffers from that. Wow. But I think, I don't know, like, because I could go to a recording studio, I could go to have like a producer, I could have use the instruments at a studio, I could have other people come in. But for some reason, when I started, it was just really enjoyable for me to be like, this is entirely my own.
Yeah.
Now I regret it sometimes. But I have to perform everything on my own. I'm like, oh God. I listen back and I'm like, oh man, those hi-hats are way, way too loud, or like, the vocals are super noisy. Yeah. And I always have people approaching me saying, hey, do you want me to like mix and produce your tracks?
Oh yeah.
Like, I already did it. I thought I already did it.
It's like, what, my new ones? Or the ones I already have out? No, it's
sometimes people are like, I see the potential.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good though, I guess, in a way. At least people are listening. That's the main thing.
Oh no, yeah, of course.
If they like it. I thought it sounds good. I'm not like a super stickler for like I'm not like an audio snob. So like and for judging my stuff, like I'm like, we're always our worst critics of anything we create, right? So I'll go back and listen to something I recorded, 10 years ago, and I hate every second of it. It's like, why did I decide that. Or I'll listen to something I recorded 3 days ago and I'm like, if I have control over it, I'm back mixing it or something. So I think sooner or later you got to let it go. And there it is. That's what it sounds like. If someone says, "Oh, this is too high or this is too low," that's their preference. You know what I mean? Some people think it's awesome and whatever, but that's cool, man. And I think the ability that you have with the talent to write the songs and the ability to record them, and in today's everyday, we can just release stuff like we're our own like record labels, you know. So it's just like, here's my stuff, take it or leave it. So good on you.
Yeah, thank you. So you said you're going to go to a studio to record the other parts. Do you have other musicians coming in, or you're just going to do it on different?
Well, I had a grandiose vision that I was going to invite all my friends from other bands for guest appearances and stuff on the new record.
Good idea.
Yeah, but it's a lot of schedule confliction because my producer is in Pembroke, so it's not just like I can go down the street and someone can swing in. They have to make a hour and a half drive or an hour and whatever drive to come out. And I have a drummer who's going to play drums. His name's Jay Watts. I've played with him for the last 20 years, so he's coming up to do the drums because I can play drums, but I suck at drums. I'm not a very good drummer. But anyway, enough about me. The Ottawa Music Development Fund Concert Artist Fees Grant. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. So, Mike, I guess it's an organization. They pretty much try to develop the Ottawa music scene, right? So they've had a bunch of different programs. I'm sure you're familiar with who it is. Mm-hmm. And so a few years ago, I had seen they recorded these really high quality live shows of a few local artists. And I was kind of like interested in what it at some nice theaters. Anyways, and then they had, they just put out a call for some various grants for artists and like different kind of groups, like newcomers or Ottawa music like organizations. Anyways, I just applied, didn't think anything of it because I think at the time, again, I had like maybe 4 songs, had never performed before. Mm-hmm. And so I won this grant. And with it, it was also they were going to put on a performance and record it. And so that ended up being this show that they put on Encore Ottawa 3. So that was recorded at a few different nice theaters in Ottawa. Mine was at the Meridian Theaters.
Nice.
At Centrepoint, which is, like a really big auditorium. And then they had Rogers TV come with their professional camera crew. And pretty much I just did a live set, but, record on this beautiful stage with nice lighting. And, but that was only the second time I ever performed anything in my life.
Oh no, how'd it go?
It was like recorded super nicely. And like, I was so scared at the time to tell anyone, but then, I would still mess up sometimes, and especially with nerves. So it was just, I was so grateful and I was so lucky, but it was still like hard because I didn't even have the experience, and then every mistake was like captured permanently. But they were great. They edited everything out.
I was gonna ask, did they let you play the song a couple times, or was it just a one shot?
Oh yeah, no, there was a few times I had to restart, and I said, don't use that part. And no, they were kind.
That's good.
So yeah, that was awesome. And they did they did a bunch of other artists in Ottawa. I think I played on the same day as Daniel Allard, who's like the streamer and like plays keyboards. And that was really exciting because they also did like a live stream and pretty much of like the first episode or something. So each over a few weeks in this whenever like that spring, they aired 2 artists at a time. And so it was great. Like it did, it was a kind of my introduction to a lot of other people in the Ottawa music community and who learned about me because it was my second time performing.
Of course.
It was kind of nice to have like this big platform. But yeah, that was a great experience because I still I use that footage when I'm like applying to whatever
Of
festival.
course, it's like your demo reel, right?
Yeah, no, it was. I was really lucky to have gotten that.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds like a heck of a second gig, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you been playing any shows around town?
Yeah, too many for
Oh, really?
myself. Yeah, I have one coming up. That's gonna be June 9th, and that's gonna be with Teenage Fiction and Stoby.
Where?
At the Live on Elgin.
Right.
Yeah, and that's actually I don't know if you know the indie rock dance party night that they have there. I think like every first Friday of the month or something.
Okay.
But it's called Distortion. Anyway, so it's like a dance night, but the people who do that, the two DJs decided they want to have live bands beforehand. So that's what's going to be a fun night, like for anyone into indie music, like rock music. I'm the only like not rock thing of the night.
Well, you need a mix, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. I'll get some links from you afterwards too, just to kind of post so that
Sure.
people can keep track of it.
But yeah, I think I try to play about like once a month. So I played at Avant-Garde Bar about a month ago. I played again at Live on Elgin like a month before that. Yeah, but any more than that, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
my friends aren't gonna come, so I can't do anymore.
That's it. That's especially with like a local crowd too. There's that thing called exhausting your draw, where if you play too much, it's like, why do I need to go see her tonight? She'll just be playing next week, type of stuff. Yeah, you got to stagger that. Any plans on doing any touring? Montreal, Toronto, something outskirts? Well, not really outskirts, different cities, but close.
Yeah, well, I have a big one coming up. That's gonna be at in New Brunswick.
Oh wow.
So there's they have a big electronic music festival there called Future Forest.
Yeah.
So I'm playing that one in August. And I'm gonna have to prepare for that one. So like play a bit of a longer set. So I kind of wanted to take the summer. I mean, I like relaxing in the summer. I don't like rehearsing in my basement. So I was kind of like, okay, I'll maybe take a break. So I'm doing that one. There might be one in Toronto coming up, but still kind of figuring out if that one's gonna work or not. But yeah, that's it for now. Like I have a few more in Ottawa in the fall, but yeah, I kind of wanted to take a break because like for myself, I feel like the last year and a half, I've been pretty much performing like once a month. And honestly, it's very stressful for me.
Yeah.
So I get so much anxiety from it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to taking a little break and
space it out and make it fun. You don't want to like burn yourself out either. Avant-Garde is one of my favorite places in the city. I know the owner. His name's Alex, and I was so happy. Yeah, I was so happy. Like, because we lost some places through the pandemic, and I was so happy that Alex stuck it out, and it was. I did an acoustic show there, just kind of out of the pandemic, and did two of them actually, and it was just so good to see him. So I just wanted to mention Avant-Garde because you had said it. It's a great place. Go check it out. Everyone's welcome. It's amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Really nice, and he was there running everything that night, and he was a really nice host.
He puts his little bowl of like pretzels or cheesies on the table and stuff, and I
was gonna say he offered. We had a drink, and he's like, "Do you want some chips?"
Yeah, no, it's great. He's the best.
So that's so European, but yeah, no, we did like actually one of the posters I have back here. That's Sinkhole, which was a little DIY venue in Hintonburg.
Okay.
That when I started making music, my goal was to perform there. And then they shut down.
Oh, the Sinkhole. Do you know who Andrew LaSalle is?
Yeah, he was doing the sound at Avant-Garde last night.
He was on the podcast a few months ago, and he mentioned the Sinkhole. I had never even heard of it.
No, it wasn't around for too long. It was also called something else. I don't remember. It was only maybe around for 2 years.
No.
I used to live around the corner from it though, but they were really good for playing or hosting more experimental acts, a lot of like improvised music shows. and just more like good for eclectic nights. If you
Did you ever get a chance to play at Pressed?
no, and that was the other one that
Yeah.
I had hoped when I'm a musician that I would play there.
That was there was a couple of pockets in Ottawa for stuff that just would suit. I don't know. I was in an acoustic act for a bit, and I played Pressed a couple times, and we'd always used to go and just see like really different music, and just I don't know. Pressed was cool. I was really upset when it closed down, just because it was such a good venue just for that, right? And it was a very open venue, and I don't know. That's a shame.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I had same thing. I would always go see shows there.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's also a lot of new venues I find that have opened up. Like, what is it? Redbird.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting the name now, but there's one that's like an arcade kind of.
Oh, House of Targ.
Not House of Targ,
Yeah.
but just it's kind of nice to see that as well.
All right.
There's actually just another one I saw like last week. It's like Tiki Bar, some like Ottawa Tiki Bar or something, which looks really different from anything I've seen in Ottawa, very tropical theme, but just looks fun. They have like a small little stage. They just started promoting it like last week.
Cool.
So we have a new little venue in town.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out that Redbird. A friend of mine just played there for his birthday party, and I missed it. I wanted to go, but I'm just curious what the venue is. And then there's I have another friend named Chris Landry who always plays at Irene's. You know Irene's in the Glebe?
Yeah.
That's kind of a neat little spot. So
yeah.
Anyway, so all right. So I guess you have a new single coming up. I read you're gonna launch that pretty soon.
Yeah, but I've been saying that for 2 years. So
yeah, I get it.
But no, I
get it.
This one, I'm pretty serious this time about actually putting it out. Yeah, Shameless.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wrote it in August 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started performing it because last summer I played at this beer festival in Kingston, which was, again, they asked for a longer set. So that forced me, to come up with some new material. So that's when I started.
Some songs.
Had to finish some songs.
Yeah, right.
I'm exposing myself here to all these.
Nay, you're in the same. We're all in the same boat as songwriters. I have more half songs than I have finished songs. Trust me.
Yep.
No.
Yep. And so I just was like, all right, well, that's what it is. And I've been performing it, and people, my friends and my mom really like it.
Wow. So
yes, it's recorded. I just have to do the basic mixing and the basic like comping of the vocal takes. And I'm so tired of it, but I'm trying to send that off any day to this producer. And hopefully I want to have it out next month.
Cool.
That is the official plan.
That's awesome. Definitely look forward to that. And when's the next show? I'm sorry, you may have already said it, but when's the next one?
June 9th, Friday, June 9th.
Right.
Live on Elgin with Isøbel, Teenage Fiction, and then followed by the Distortion Dance Party.
Awesome. I haven't been to Live on Elgin in a long time. Definitely do. I would love to come check it out. Any final words?
No, just go check out my Spotify if you're into my music, because like we talked about, my new single, Shameless, is gonna come out next month. And I'm excited about that one. It's about having anxiety and social anxiety, but it's also like a very summery bop.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having that one come out.
Cool. Well, we look forward to listening to it. That's it. So thank you so much for your time. It was really nice chatting with you. Like I said, I'll post all the links for all your stuff on the podcast post thing.
Cool. Thank you.
Definitely good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are you playing any shows like in your the acoustic act?
Not really. With my band Goat, or with me being the only one in Goat, I think I'm gonna, like, I've been playing shows for years and years and years, and I know what you mean about just like it's a lot of work, and especially as myself, I don't know if I want to find people to play with me and teach them the stuff and then go through it's like starting over almost, like with a new band, I guess. Like there's material they can learn in that, but when the band was first together, it was like, hey, let's all write these songs together, and it was all fun, and it was all growing, and you evolve and get bigger, and now it's just like, it's just me. Here, guys, play all these old songs that I have to relearn, and I
was going to ask, did you enjoy it when it was the three of you making music together?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love every aspect of creating music from nothing and watching it come together, and then either jamming it out by myself or with a band, and then kind of having that song and then watching it grow in the studio, and then that first listen back when it's actually like just the first mix, right? And it's like, there it is. And it comes from nothing, right? It's just like, I love the whole process of it. And then performing it. Actually, performing was like probably my least favorite part of the whole process.
Dude. Yeah. I started making music wanting to perform because I thought I would love performing. And now I'm like, oh, I love being in, on my own and playing covers.
100%.
That's fun to me. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to like give myself some, like, not wiggle room, but like cut myself some slack because I still get so nervous.
Yeah.
Yes. Every day I have a show, I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this?
Right.
But when you were talking about though making music with other people, it kind of made me think of something, and actually something I would like to give a shout out to.
Sure.
Is the last track that I put out was actually my first collaboration, which was with a musician, synth musician and producer who lives in BC, Detron. And so, for me to hear you talk about making music with other people and how much you enjoyed it, that was something that was actually really new for me. And it was really cool to, I just did the vocals, he did all the music, and which I really enjoy. I like writing lyrics. And then he sent it off to a producer to do the final mixing and mastering. And that was the first time I ever heard anything I made be mixed and mastered. And then I got it back and I'm like, wow, it sounds even so much more full. And so for me, that was actually the first experience, like seeing everybody like put their, make something together and to see, how much it was improved. So yeah, that was, that's something I'm kind of, I guess, coming more towards, of being like, okay, should I involve more people? And you're going the other.
I would. Yeah, absolutely. I've collaborated. Like Goat is just my own kind of straight line. It's my own tunnel vision. But yeah, I collaborate with people all the time. Like, and it's nice. It's fun just giving them a little something, or they give you something. And if you have some sort of software, even GarageBand, you can just dump it as like a WAV file and send it to somebody, right? Like a track or a synth part or a guitar part or a vocal in that, and they can mix it properly. So we live in the future. The future's awesome, right? You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to kind of be in the same room, which is cool. And you can build like a complete song or a complete record without even like being in, without even seeing each other, just online. So very, very, very cool. Well, hey, if you ever need some guitar work, hit me up.
I sure do. All right.
Yeah, you can hold me to that. I love doing stuff like that. So it's very, very, very cool. Very cool.
Here you go. I got a guitar hookup.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Oops. Okay. I guess that's it.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me on.
No, it was great. Thank you for taking the time, and good luck with everything, and can't wait to hear Shameless.
Thank you.
And June 9th at Live on Elgin, I will definitely do my best to try and make it out.
Awesome. Yeah, you should try, because Stoby and Teenage Fiction are awesome. So. And
your stuff seems really complex, so I'm really curious to see you do it live, for sure.
Oh yeah, watch me struggle through it. It's always a show. No,
that's awesome. That's
Thanks
awesome.
So much.
All right, cool. Good luck with everything. Maybe we'll see you on the 9th, and
Alrighty.
Keep in touch.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
I should walk, but I keep coming back, 'cause what's the fun in that? Lips, I can read your lips, and I can make you dance like you work for tips, so well it makes me sick. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. Hurt you like I love you. Wait, yeah, you make me wait. Once you give a taste, it always comes too late. This sure as hell ain't fate. Choose. You can't make up your mind. Under my thumb, you're divine. Well, either way, it's fine. Just don't waste my time. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. Hurt you like I love you. While you stumble, you fumble on cliches. Well, I'm racing, hands shaking, I'm aching. 'Cause I know we won't make it, but for you I could fake it. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. I wish that I could hurt you like I love you. Hurt you like I love you.
That was a song called Hurt You by Isøbel. I want to thank Isøbel for being on the podcast today. Very cool person. Had a fun time with the conversation, and good luck with all you do. Yeah, that's it for 101. It was fun. Keep an eye out or an ear out or your phone's open or something for, like I said, the Ego and Vice Spotlight series that's back, where I sit down with an entire band and try to make some sense of that. Cool. Coming out this week should be the episode Ego and Vice Spotlight, The Fly Downs. And then I have a super secret Spotlight episode kind of in the works. So, that's exciting. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me at egoandvice@gmail.com. You can listen to the podcast at iTunes, Spotify, all the streaming stuff. Drop a line, say hello. If you want to be on the show, reach out. I'm open. I'm accepting bookings, as they say. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you so much, and take care. We'll see you next week.
You've got a real attitude problem, McFly. You're a slacker.